this is my presentation for the reworking project. I couldn't remember what it was called now. So yeah, this is my mood board, just showing the colors and the types of furniture and textures that I wanted to incorporate, as well as the materials and the lighting. So yeah, I just wanted to I tried to make it more, I don't want to say like masculine colors, but so I tried to have like darker, richer colors, more so than like light, airy colors. And that was also because my design is quite, like there's a lot of windows and there's a lot of light coming in. So I didn't want like a lot of light surfaces where the light could reflect off of and cause like irritation. So I wanted to add in colors that sort of absorb the light some more. And then with regards to the materials, I just wanted to use like natural materials, and yeah. So for my inspiration, I just looked at other kind of retreats or houses with elements that I liked. So for instance, it was like big windows, the stepped geometry, and then like long pools, and then the use of wood and metal and concrete. So for my research board, this was done previously for the previous project, sort of just explaining what a weekend retreat is, what the requirements are, and then I also added in my construction materials here. So I used metal, concrete, glass, and stone, and then also some wood within the house, like for the flooring, some parts of the flooring. But I didn't want to use any sort of wood outside or use it for windows or doors, because I've like really thought about, what it is, or what the climate is at like a coastline area, and I've personally lived quite near to the ocean at one point in my life, and I remember everything just rusting and the door flip frames or the doors not being able to shut because they like expand from the moisture in the air. So yeah. The other thing is that like at the coast, the windows and stuff always get that weird like salty residue on it, but that you can't really get away from. So yeah, I've also decided not to use like a wooden decking because that's like a lot of upkeep as well, and because this is a weekend retreat, I try to make it as low maintenance as possible with regards to the materials that I've chosen. So this is my concept board. Here I was just sort of thinking conceptually and just trying to place geometry in different ways, so as to like maximize the view and to also get in as much light as possible. I was also trying to separate different sections of the house so that I would be able to step it along with the natural slope of the site. So that is sort of what this is about. Then the locality plan, the site that I've chosen is in Wilderness. It's in Hoekville, which is up the little mountain, or it's not really a mountain, up the hill, and it's Earth 60. Yeah, so this is just an aerial view of the space, and then on the right hand side, that's just what do you call it? A photo of what the view would be like from the site. Yeah. Then I added the nice Naluri because it's nice, and it speaks to the location. So this is my improvements board. So some improvements that I've made this time, like that I really focused on, was reworking the floor plan, making it slightly more interesting, which is what you recommended me to do. So I've done that. I've really looked at the slope of the site and the way that it steps, and I have sort of designed around that. I have thought about the direction, like how the house should be placed on the site to maximize the view from, because I wanted to be able to see the view from like most areas in the house, or like the living areas more. And then another thing that I've thought about was just trying, because the site is south facing, I wanted to maximize the light and the warmth coming from the north. So I've also tried to position the house in such a way that like sort of long pieces of geometry, or the longest piece of geometry, gets some of that northern sunshine to and to just maximize the heat within the house, because it's a south-facing house. And then I've taken the materials into consideration as well this time, not just thinking about what would look nice or what I like, but more what would be more practical within the context of the site. And then I think I've also improved my renders slightly. So this is just sort of my user board. So I've stuck with designing for Kutsia Stein. The reason that I've chosen to stick with this is because I just, yeah, I don't really know how to how to explain it. I just didn't really want to change the person that I designed for, because I really wanted to sort of have the same mindset when creating the brief, like having the same person in mind who I'm designing for, but sort of having a different mindset in the way of like actually designing and coming up with solutions to certain issues. Sorry, so this is just sort of about him, and this is just an interview that I found online about him and what he likes and stuff like that. So this is the floor plan that's just dimensioned. So this is more like the technical floor plan, showing the rooms and how it's been divided, and also showing the vegetation around the house. So this is the rendered floor plan with annotations. Yeah, I'll talk more about what's happening within the sections, because this is pretty much self-explanatory. So that's just the technical section, and then the rendered section. So yeah, on the left-hand side, that's the outdoor space, which is in front of the bedroom and the pool. So that's where you can just sit and enjoy the sunshine outside. And then the middle area, that is the lounge. The grey line down the middle is just a feature wall that as you enter the house, you sort of hit the wall. Well, it's like about 2.5 meters from the door, but it's there. And I've placed that in the middle. Sorry, I just want to go back here, because there, right in the middle, you can see where the feature wall is, and I've put that there just to avoid that big circulation space in the middle of like emptiness and nothingness. And I've decided to make that like a feature wall, and on both sides put some like sideboards, basically for storage, like for the dining room, or if you're going to set the table or something like that, and just like odds and ends that you can place in there. So yeah, and then the next grey line down, that's the fireplace. It's like a floor to ceiling fireplace with a gap in the middle, a void in the middle, where there'll be sort of be like an open fire. Well, not open, but relatively open. And then on the right hand side, that's just the kitchen. It's just built-in kitchen, cupboards on the one side, and then a working island space yeah, further on. So that's a second section taken like through the length of the major part of the house, and this just shows the study, and then right next to the study, or I have put like sort of a little reading nook, and separating the study from this reading nook is like bookshelves, which can be shared between the study and the reading space. And then the big gray area over here is the feature wall. I didn't want to really put too much. Yeah, I've like put these little lines over there to show like a little bit of difference, but you don't really see it so well here, I see. Yeah, so then this is the reading nook that is stepped down to the bedroom, and then here is the lounge area. And then again, I've just placed some trees around the edge just to show that it's like sitting within vegetation that I don't want to just disrupt. So this is the first render interior. Here you can see the feature wall and the little sideboard as you come in. These are just steps going down from the kitchen side to the lounge, and then outside to the pool, and there's the view on that side. This is from the other side. If you've stepped up from the bedroom, again the feature walls on that side, and then there's just the lounge area, fireplace, and then up on the top there is the kitchen and the dining area. And then this is just outside. I sort of just wanted to show, the doors opening, big window, and the pool area. And yeah, that is everything.